All right, hi ladies. Well, welcome to our weekly team call. We've got Passion Fit Dynasty and Firefly Nation here together. It is Tuesday night, November 15th, 2016. We are just flying through 2016, and I can't believe Thanksgiving's going to be next week. I posted today there are 46 days left in the year, guys. Like, how insane is that? So, anyway, so tonight's call, actually, Nicole and I had already planned out. I think we'd already, every month, Nicole and I plan out our team call topics. And I was looking at our schedule, and we had something planned out for tonight, and were like, you know what, no, we're going to talk about this instead because we think it's a little bit more applicable. So I posted in the team that we're going to talk, that tonight's call is going to be on core to force and being committed to a program, or being like proof of the product. So we're not going to just be here to talk about core to force because you guys are doing core to force. So we don't need to tell you about core to force. But Nicole and I, well, and Julie, you're also in the test group too. So we want to talk a little bit about the power of the test group. This is my first time being in a test group like this. It's obviously not the official test group, but it's still a pretty darn official test group, all things said and done. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But a few quick, brief announcements. So next week's team call, Nicole and I, or at least I believe we are still going to be hosting a team call, but it's just going to be a live power hour. You know, if you guys are traveling, obviously it's not going to be mandatory, but, you know, it's a great time. You know, if you guys are still around, we're going to do another live power hour. It was really successful when we did it I guess it was last week. And something Nicole and I do pretty regularly now on the weekends together whenever we have time, because it sure as hell helps when you have somebody else to do it with. And it was really awesome when we did it as a team recently. So that's what we're going to be doing next Tuesday night, so that we can kind of get a power hour in before the holidays, since I know we're all going to be a little crazy. So that's our brief announcement about that. But for Caroline, I wanted to introduce all of us on here. So you obviously know Loretta,
Yeah.
and you know me. But if we could, I don't know if you guys want to go around real quick and just say hi, or how long you've been coaching, or I don't know, whatever you want to say.
Take it away, Julie.
Okay. Hey, I'm Julie. I started the 21-day fix in February. I was in Claire's challenge groups for like 2 months, and then I started coaching like April 1st. So what's that, 8 months-ish? 7 months?
Yeah, I think so. I can't do math.
Yeah. I've had my ups and downs. I didn't hit Success Club in July. That was the first time that I hadn't hit it. I just started building my husband's account last month. It's going okay so far. But I was kind of lucky enough at the beginning that I earned my Success Starter 3 months in a row, so I got my ticket. So I'm excited to go to Summit next year with everybody. So that's exciting.
Yeah, girl, that's huge. Honestly, that's awesome. Like, not everybody hits Success Starter, so that's a really awesome feat. And yeah, and I think Nicole and I already have our hotels booked for Summit.
Yeah,
so we'll absolutely see you there.
I'm so excited.
Yay!
Hopefully I have a place to stay, because Dave wants to come too, and I'm like, I'm on a wait list, but like, who knows how that will go. So
you'll get off the wait list.
we might be staying in the boonies. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, Nicole and I, we were waitlisted, but we got off too. It was the same situation as you, Julie. Like, Nicole got on the wait list for she and I and our husbands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Fingers crossed.
Crossing for you. So I'm Nicole. I am not part of Claire's team officially, but I am her success partner. So I have my own team outside of this little group, and I've been coaching for, gosh, it's almost been 2 years, which is insane. January will be 2 years. I started my journey with PIO. I became a coach 7 days later. For no financial reasons. So a lot of people become coaches for to save money on their Shakeology, but I really just needed the community. So I was introduced to one of the leaders in the company, and through hearing her speak, I was like, I need some of whatever you're selling. So
y'all, she knows Liz Harkey. Like, she has met and talked to Liz Harkey like numerous times, just casually. Just had to throw that out there.
She's pretty great. I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah.
No, but so just talking to her a couple of times, I was like, I just need to be part of this community. So that's why I started coaching. What I was doing for the first probably year. Probably some days still don't, but have done basically every program except Insanity Max 30 because I'm legit terrified of it. Yeah, I've even tried Brazil butt lift. I don't recommend.
Oh, that's a snowy day kind of workout. Actually, I should put that on my docket. Awesome. Well, Caroline, like, you've been in many of our groups before, probably from when you first started as a challenger. And let me just highlight Caroline real quick. I know we're catching up, but I really like that we're all kind of sharing a little bit of ourselves right now. Caroline, you had a wicked transformation this year. And honestly, your posts in the challenge groups inspired and moved me so much. Like, I just was blown away by what you were sharing. And I know that, like, look, like, we all have our ups and downs, like with our own personal health and fitness, with even our coaching businesses, you know. But I think the reason why we're still here and why we still show up, it's more than just being healthy, and it's more than just drinking a shake, you know. Kind of like, just like what Nicole said, there's a community here. You know, this is my Tuesday night jam, y'all. I would have wine if I wasn't committed to quarter force right now, but I'm drinking my and water. So, yeah, exactly. Cheers, clink. You got your tea. So, but yeah, this is like, you know, this is our tribe. This is, you know, and actually I'm lucky to have known all of you guys and been friends with all of you guys and gotten closer with my team as a result of coaching. You know, we're here to help people change their lives through health and fitness. And what's cooler on the coaching side of it is we're working together to hit our goals, whatever that may be. Them, you know, a lot of them, you know, for in my team specifically, obviously we have a lot of financial goals individually, but it starts with helping people. And that's what we're based on. So for me, I'll just share my quick why, and then we can kind of jump into the meat of the call. I started as a coach. I've been coaching for almost a full year and a half now. I started because I needed to lose weight, and I did the 21-day fix. And I myself lost about 15, 20 pounds before the holidays hit last year. And I was really, so I've kind of had a rough year with school and work and the wedding and everything, so I could not have needed quarter force more than ever than right now. A little late in the game, but it's happening. But all along I've been coaching. Just like Julie said, I've had my ups and downs with it too. I think Nicole and I both have. And Nicole and I met, I guess, February last year, and we've been accountability partners ever since. We've never met in person, but Lord, we have these calls every single week, and we've been doing this nonstop for, we've been doing our one-on-one calls for close to 3 or 4 months now. And she's my rock, she's my girl. She helps me run this thing that we call a business. And and I guess, like, I heard the coolest thing today about being a business owner means you get to make your own rules, and not in like a malicious way, but like, you know, we get to pave our way to create a business for under however we want to do it, on our terms, on our own time, on our own schedules, just by helping people lose weight. And it's really as simple as that. You know, the rest of it, you know, if you're interested in coaching and want to join our team, you know, we'll teach you the ropes and we'll show you the way. You know, so that's glossing over all of it. So, all right, so I've chatted enough. Nicole, I'm going to throw it over to you to talk about our topic tonight to kick it off.
Yeah, cool. So I think we all kind of touched upon it in our intros, but being proof of the product. So I'll start off with Shakeology, which is like my favorite thing ever, but we won't talk too much about that piece. But so since January 7th, when I started coaching almost 2 years ago, I have not missed a single day. I rave about Shakeology to anyone who wants to listen or anyone who says they like chocolate. I am not afraid to throw it out there and say, hey, have you ever tried this? I'll tell you a little bit of a story, but I'm going to make it pretty short. So I went to a sip and sign party. I don't know if you guys have those where you are, but you go and you're like supposed to drink wine, but because I'm doing Coeur de Force, I did not. This weekend, so I brought my shake because I knew there was going to be a lot of food there, and I didn't want to be tempted and starving and a bitch. So I ended up making my shake like halfway through. You wouldn't believe some of the looks I got. And like at these types of parties, you expect like-minded people to be going to them. Like, who doesn't like to go and have wine and paint signs and stuff? But like the looks I got was like, what are you drinking? And someone even had the audacity to ask me, what's that? And like my first defense was to get like really irritated and like want to fight back. But I was like, oh, it's my shake. And I like rave about it because I'm being proof that actually works for me and sharing what it does rather than just writing it off and saying, oh, it's my shake and walking away. So that's just a small example of like my obsession with Shakeology and how it works and being proof of it by bringing it when I need it. And it's fighting that craving to have that cookie or have that taco dip, which is so incredible. But also that being said too, something you won't see me do all the time. So I think the proof of the product working can get confused with blasting it all over social media. And that's something that took me a little while to learn initially. Posting shake pictures, like just my shake. Like, I think that's one thing that the app has been really great for because we can still do that and be like, look what I'm having. For our accountability, right, to make sure that we're sticking to our goals and doing that. But when it comes to sharing and being proof that these products work, if you look through the successful leaders and what they're doing, you're not going to see just pictures of them smiling with their shake all the time. Sure, maybe occasionally because it's cute and it's, it draws an attention, right, and gets people to notice what you're doing. And then they might be able to relate to you. But something that's really been beneficial for me when I'm sharing and being proof of this product has been every year at work, and I'm not sure, I know you guys are teachers, but I'm not sure what types of benefits and things that you have. But we have wellness incentives at work. And every year we get like these incentives for doing like a blood screen and like a physical and all of these things. And for the last 2 years, my cholesterol has come down tremendously as a result of my nutrition. And I chalk it up to Shakeology. I'm sure, cleaner eating and things has helped as well. But I was on the verge of having to be put on medication for my cholesterol 2 years ago. Like it's in my family. It's hereditary. And, I was terrified of that. And I was overweight too, by the doctor's standards. I wasn't severely obese or anything, but when I started drinking Shakeology, I was really hopeful that would turn my life around in that regard, and it did. So you'll see some of my posts, on those days when I get my results back, I'm sharing that because if that can help someone with high cholesterol or someone who's on the verge of maybe being a diabetic realize that they can drink this shake every day that tastes like liquid gold, that truly will repay you like gold will, that's being proof of the product. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So that's one thing that took me a while to understand. I was like, well, if I'm going to share this product, like, why can't I just post a picture of my Shakeology packet, right? But you have to actually put meaning behind it and show what it's doing for you. Same goes with fitness journeys, right? So I have literally dabbled in every single program. I lasted like 3 days of 21-day fix extreme, and if you guys have tried that, you probably feel me on that Plyo day. But I tried it. I can honestly say, so I think I committed for the most part to the 21-day fix for a couple of rounds, but I definitely had my cheats. I I didn't commit 100%. And for this, what day are we on? Almost tomorrow will be day 10.
Yeah.
I've not had a single week completely committed 100% to the meal plan, 100% to my fitness, 100% to drinking water, like having my shake every day, sharing my journey on social media. And I'm not perfect, guys. I'm not trying to sit here and rave about like my social media because it certainly needs some work. But I just want to share that, like, I'm sharing the good, the bad, and the ugly, but I'm proving that this works. I stepped on the scale a couple days ago, and I was not impressed with what I saw after week 1, because I'm seeing all these fantastic results and side-by-sides, and people's guts are gone, and mine's not. And I was really annoyed. But then Claire talked some sense into me, and at the end of the day, I was never in this for weight loss. I was in this to prove to myself that I can do hard things when it comes down to it. During hard times. This is the holidays. This time sucks to have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proving to myself that I'm stronger than that, and that these programs can make you feel that way. They're empowering. They teach you new ways to live your life. They teach you good habits. The habits that I used to have, like snacking mindlessly at work, those aren't going to get me anywhere.
Nope.
And I'm sharing that journey with people. And honestly, like, the messages I've received that are encouraging about that, and conversation starters so that I can share why I'm doing this and what the value is, has been so worth it in just 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely have to, like, put that stamp out there and share, like, you know, unapologetically why you're doing something, so that people don't just believe in you, they believe in what you're doing. And then that opens the door to that product conversation, and they'll believe that they can do it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love all of that too. And I like what you said about, you said not snacking and not getting yourself anywhere, because that just made me think, you know, like a lot of us are doing, I think all of us actually are doing Core de Force right now. And you know, we're doing this for ourselves, right, guys? But, you know, from the coaching standpoint here, actually, I do have a few challengers that have just now started buying it. I actually just got a few in Liz Harkey's test group right now. I don't know how long she has that going on for, but well, it kicked off yesterday, so I got 2 people in there yesterday. But this is about showing our challengers that they can do it too, you know. Part of why I was like, I effing need Core de Force and need this test group was because my very first test round of the 21-day fix, I lost 7 pounds, which is pretty great for a first round of 21-day fix, y'all. And after 3 to 4 rounds of it, I lost 15 pounds. So I was like, oh, clearly this works, and clearly what I'm doing works. But what you didn't know was that I was having more than my yellow cheats. And in my first round of the 21-day fix, I had the first weekend, literally that Saturday of the first week in my round was the 4th of July. The second weekend was our engagement party. The third week and the final weekend, each of these weekends, was a wedding. And I was like, really, y'all? Like, God, what you trying to do? And I got hammered at all 3 of them. And the best and the worst part was that I lost 7 pounds. But what I that mentally told myself was like, oh, I can still do what I want, work hard during the week. And I wouldn't let it be a 2 or 3 nighter extravaganza, but I had this mental thing of like, this still works, and I can kind of still have my cake and eat it too, kind of thing. And that's not exactly what I told my challengers, but I did kind of I feel like I've learned from my ways is that I think I over preached the balance thing in my challenge groups. Like, oh, it's okay. And not that I'm going to like beat up a challenger that fell off the wagon, but it comes from, they're looking to us, guys. Like, they're looking to us. They want to see, are you following the plan? Are you doing what it says? Are you following the meal plan? Are you pushing through the hard times? Are you going to actually stay committed? And that's not just what our challengers are thinking, but that's what our followers are thinking too. And the week before Nicole and I started Core de Force, I had a freak out because I was like, oh my God, Nicole, like, how are we going to do this through Thanksgiving? Like, I'm freaking out, blah, blah. And Nicole shot back at me and she was like, shut it. It's one day. Like literally it's one day. And that just put everything into perspective for me. Like, yes, it is the holidays, but it's still one day. Now Nicole and I already talked about our Christmas and holiday New Year's plan, and that looks very different from this. However, it's one day, and we need to show our challengers and the world, our followers, that this is possible. I fully expect all of us to get a lot of flack for why we're not drinking alcohol, and since we're all women, there's probably going to be a lot of like, you're pregnant. I'm definitely anticipating that, especially being newly married. It's showing others that it's possible and that we enjoy what we're doing. Like, one thing one of my posts this week, guys, is like, my digestion and energy and mood feels so much better as a result of me committing. I posted in test group tonight, and Nicole knows this too, is that I overate some peanut butter tonight, so I did cheat a little bit, and I fessed up to it in the test group, but I learned my lesson. This has been a fantastic tool because, guys, like, we are, like, I'm fully realizing the power of, like, I'm a walking billboard. Like, not like an annoying, like, Beachbody robot. I just mean, like, my hard work and dialing in our nutrition means that we are a walking billboard. If we get results, like, Julie, you had insane results this year. Like, to this day, you are a completely different person than you were in February. And you look damn good on your birthday. Like, holy shit. I just need to shout that out. And I can't even imagine where you're going to be at the end of this test group either.
I know. I'm excited. I'm excited for maybe an ab. Just
yes!
one.
Oh my God.
One.
Yes. But that's the whole point, guys, is that, Julie just happens to be, Julie and I were friends in college, and she just happened to want to do the 21-day fix, and then just happened to say, hey, yeah, I want to coach. But Julie is another challenger, guys. Julie is in our groups. Julie is someone out there that's waiting to be invited. Okay, Julie is just another person out there that's waiting for this opportunity to come to them. Or Julie is someone whose husband already popped in the 21-day fix for Christmas and gets a free membership to get into Claire's group. Yeah. But there are others like us out there, and that need our help and need this program to help them. And I'm amazed, like I was saying this to Nicole, I'm amazed that one thing I've been terrible at as a coach is that, and I'm trying to practice what I preach, is that I'm doing weekly check-ins with my challengers in my group. That was something I was literally awful at. I hated doing it because I was like, I'm already doing my daily power hour and I have all these messages to do, and you want me to message my challengers on top of that? Like, that's like 20 to 30 more people that I have to like talk to like on a weekly basis. Like, that's annoying. But I was like, you know what? If we are literally in a business of helping people change their lives, it starts by doing that. So I said, F it, and I do it every Saturday or Sunday. And I'm actually talking to people. Not everybody responds, and that's on them at the end of the day, right? But I'm hearing from them, and I'm hearing from girls that are saying that, I might have missed a few workouts, but I followed my meal plan 100%. And I was like floored, because like in my mind, there's girls, I'm like, I don't think you're going to be the type to follow the meal plan. And I was shocked. And I'm also, so it comes down to, they're watching us, guys. Like, they are literally watching us. And obviously, these few girls I know, they're in it to win it. Like, they really want this, but I think because they're watching us and they're plugged into these groups and they're plugged into our challenge groups, I know that they're going to have a healthier Thanksgiving as a result of, working with us, and so that's what's really freaking awesome.
I think, I was just going to say, I think, so something you said struck me when you said we're like being a billboard. So I think one of the most common objections that I get and hear about Beachbody is that it's like a sales thing. It's a network marketing, like, sales thing, and I'm not interested. So I think being product of the product is proof that it's not a sales thing. Like, I'm not trying to sell you Core de Force or 21-Day Fix because I'm trying to make a profit. I want to show you what it has done for me and tell you what it has done for me and show you real life results like my before and afters to prove to you that I'm not in this for the sales. I actually want to help you get results. And the only way to do that is to prove that you can get them too. So like, if you don't want to hear those people say that this is a sales thing and that's multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, shut them down and show them your before and afters. You don't have to blast them on Facebook if you're not comfortable. It took me literally 18 months to post a picture of my like abdomen on Facebook because I was terrified. Remember, Claire?
Amazing today. I was so proud of you.
The first time I did it, I texted Claire and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to throw up. I'm taking it down. And she was like, don't. I already screenshotted it. I'll repost it.
I already commented. You can't take away my comment.
So like, I get it. It's hairy and scary and it's not comfortable. But like, if you're not comfortable blasting it out there, fine. But like, if you're talking to someone and you're getting objections and they're not sure that it would work for them, send them those pictures because I can guarantee you once they see those results, they're going to start to believe.
Absolutely. So the next piece of this, guys, is not just to talk about Core de Force and not just to talk about us being in challenge groups and things like that. But I really wanted to talk about, okay, we got 10 more minutes. But I really wanted to talk about how to utilize these programs. I am going to talk a little bit more like using some more businessy jargon, but like using this as like a marketing strategy. I wish I had a better word for that, but I mean, Nicole and I are like literally sharing the shit out of our journey. Like, guys, it's so annoying because I take a video almost every day of my workouts, and on breaks I'm editing them because I'm editing them so I can use them because videos actually get more traction on social media, on Instagram and Facebook. So when you do videos, there's a higher chance of probability that there's going to get more viewers, more likes, more posts, more comments, aka the more of that means more people loving on you, more interest on you, yada, yada, yada. So I'm literally doing videos a lot when I'm working out, and so that I have more content to share. And a lot of times I'm editing a lot of videos on the weekend so I can prepare them for the week. But so Liz Harkey said, share the crap out of your journey right now. Be annoying and don't even care what other people say or think. If they're annoyed by hearing you talk about Core de Force, fine, let them be. I've kind of, my balance of talking about like personal just Claire stuff is a little off right now because I'm very amplified in Core de Force health and fitness right now, but that's what I want people to see. That's not always my strategy, but it's 30 days and that's what I'm working on. But being part of this test group and kind of coming under Liz Harkey's wing has really taught me a lot about the power of what we need to do as coaches when new programs come out like this. Like, we need to, and we don't have to do it just as our little team, but we can team up with, Liz Harkey or Rachel Khalil's team to do these kinds of test groups, to literally sign waivers with our team, with our challengers, have our challengers sign waivers. Like, why not? Like, get them involved, get them excited, say, hey, we're all going to commit and do this together. Post about it constantly, share it, do those call to action invite posts before it ever gets started, get people excited, then jump in, go all out, get results, and then help people even more. And then that's how you generate further challengers or lifers, because they saw you do it, but they also did it with you. And then you're gonna get the people that want to join you as a result of seeing what the results you got after. So that's why it's like, that was like blew my mind. Like, I don't know why I didn't realize this a year ago. Or when Hammer and Chisel came out and 22-minute hardcore came out, like, I didn't take advantage of those, but it wasn't until I sat back and realized, like, hey, Core de Force is coming out right now. Nicole and I are going to finish by December 6th.
Oh.
I
have the 7th as our last day.
Oh, 7th. Okay, 7th I think is correct. Yeah, I think you're correct. Trying
to cut a day early. I hear you.
I'm like, it's so close. I go to New York that weekend, so I'm gonna like blow my results. That's great. But you know, we're gonna get our results, you know, by the first week in December, and God willing, I won't lose all those results in that month. But I mean, I'm definitely still gonna work hard. But that's awesome because I'm hoping that I can through my journey, like show others, like not only our current challengers to get them excited, but other people that, hey, like you don't need to wait until January 1st to get started, y'all. You know, you can be healthy and happy through the holidays, and that's what we're here to do. And so that's why I was so excited, because we can help people get started now. We can help people get started in December. And guess what, y'all? We're going to help people get ready and excited to start in January. Because January, they're going to be doing another health bet competition. And it was a huge success for Nicole and I in our challenge group. So I can't wait to do it again. And I know we're definitely going to go all, I mean, I'm assuming we're going to go all in for another real round of Tour de Force then as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, I mean, obviously, I don't know what program will be next up on board, but this is a fabulous way to use Tour de Force right now as, you know, as you're planning out your next challenge groups for December. I mean, Nicole and I are already starting to get ours ready because Thanksgiving next week, and then December 1st is right around the corner. So, you know, planning ahead is what I've really realized is the only way to success here. You know, don't wait to plan out your December challenge group or your January challenge group until like the week of, because Nicole and I've realized that's when we stress ourselves out the most, because we're like, oh my God, what script are we going to use? How are we going to post? What day are you going to post? Are you going to post this day, or should I do this? Should I postcon that? Like, that's how you get so stressed out. And I know it's the 15th of the month. I mean, granted, Nicole and I haven't set it up yet, but the fact that we're having these conversations saying, okay, like our homework between now and next week is to hopefully have at least a plan laid out, you know, so that we can get everything set up for when it does come around. And that's how we help our girls. You know, if we can better prepare ourselves, then we can give more time and energy to helping them and helping them see results, because we're all going to be busy in December. I mean, let's face it, you know, the red space. Yeah. And I'm sure you teachers have it a little rough too. Yeah. So, any thoughts, any questions? Like, how are you guys doing with Tour de Force right now?
It is intense as crap.
Yeah.
Like, and I thought, like, so I started, because remember, like, I bought 21 Day Fix, and then when I bought from you, I got 22-minute hardcore, but then I couldn't find my 21 Day Fix DVD, so I actually started with Extreme, and I did 2 rounds of that, and then I switched into 22-minute hardcore, and I thought that was, like, the most difficult thing I've ever done, because it was so fast-paced, and, like, this is insane. Like, I am using muscles that I didn't know existed. Like, those Sphinx things just, no, they won't be attainable by day 30. Like, there's no fucking way. I just roll around on the floor like an idiot. Ridiculous.
The fact that Dana Foshatis said in the test group that she was even struggling, and I was like, thank God. There's, like, the fact that she's struggling means it's okay for us.
Right? Like, it makes me feel better that, like, people who are in significantly better shape than I am still can't do these things. Like, that's how I know it's going to, like, make a change, but it's crazy. Yeah. But I'm glad I'm doing it. Like, you got to try, you know. I can't do another round of 21 Day Fix. No. Like, I've done it too many times. Like,
exactly.
So it's good to be able to move on, try something new.
Yeah. Oh, remind me, I will share the recording of the Joel Freeman call. We just got the link for that. I'll post it on the team page.
Such a cutie.
I was like literally like, because everyone was like posting comments or questions, and I just wanted to be like, can you take your shirt off?
You're right. For real.
I was like the emoji with heart eyes, just like.
I didn't know. The 3 of us were texting like, oh my God. Like, I couldn't even look up because like Julie and I were just laughing the whole time. I was like, I just can't. No, but what Joel said, which I thought was a big wake-up call for me, and we're going to get caught off soon, was that this is an intermediate program. And I felt great doing MMA speed and MMA power I love. But as soon as I started doing the other resistance ones, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So that was a big wake-up call for me because I realized that I need to be a little strategic with what I'm inviting to this because it's not like this isn't a starter program for anybody.
Yeah, I found that too. Like, this is definitely not for beginners. And I've even had like people comment to me, they're like family members that have wanted to do something, they're like, I can't do the workouts that you do. And I'm like, no, you don't have to. Like, you can do other ones.
Yeah, no, exactly. So we're going to get cut off soon. But I'll post the Joel Freeman link. And I'll see you guys next week for Team Live Power Hour, okay?
Cool.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, Caroline. Have a good night, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.